Good Monday night, ladies and gentlemen. Monday, July 20th, 2020. This is Monday Night Going in Raw. Hello, Keely Chow. Raise double dong already in the chat. Be sure to bitch slap that like button. I am Tepokuian in the place to be reviews. I'm right here with all of yous. And I am joined by the panel this evening. Directly to my right, he is the Don of 2 Cents Toys. Ladies and gentlemen, hail Salvador.
Hello, salutations. It's me, Salvador. I'm here tonight with some fine gentlemen to discuss current events and pop culture, and if you haven't already, subscribe to all these channels and be on the lookout for Big Rig Nik Uttam's upcoming features coming to a computer screen near you. Have a bottle of Jergens ready, and go watch some damn Book Ghostbuster videos, please.
Everything that he just said was correct.
It is.
And also joining us, he is from the Fandom Collective and the Flipped Out channel. Ladies and gentlemen, Flipped Out.
What's up, everybody? I'm present. I am actually here. I have made it. And I'm glad to be standing and hanging with you guys tonight. Looking forward to talking.
Well, thank you for joining us again, brother. I do appreciate it. And last but certainly not least, he is in the bottom left-hand corner of your screen, Big Rig Nik Uttam.
How's it going, ladies and gentlemen? Hopefully your Monday's going better than mine.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, hopefully you didn't have to get rushed into work and solve a problem that could have taken an idiot to do. But whatever. I get paid for these things, so it's fine.
As long as you get paid for other people's stupidity, it balances out, right?
Oh God. It was one of those things that, like, like the 2 or 3 things you do before you call the tech support person.
Mm-hmm.
Like you turn it on and off and then you press reset. Those weren't done yet.
And they went right to the lifeline, huh?
Yeah, and I was just like, God.
What is wrong with you people?
Well, the problem is they're old. They're very old and they have no idea how these things work.
Okay. All right.
You say, all right, well, this is PayPal. This is very important. And you put in your bank information here and you link it to mine.
Just drain the account.
You can just tell them, when they try, you can just hit them with one of these.
That is why you fail.
Stupid! You're so stupid!
Just hit them with that. They'll be fine with it. And if not, well, just tell them, just scream at them like, just do it. Just do it like in UHF, man. I can't think of. I want to say Giddy Watanabe, but that's not Giddy Watanabe. He's what? I can't remember the actor's name, but goddamn UHF, man. Anyway, before I get sidetracked on UHF, how's everybody doing, man? Everybody have a good weekend? We got some peeps in the chat right now. We got Keely Chow, Admiral Tiberius, like I said, raise double dongs up in there. Thank you for joining us, gentlemen. We've got a great show this evening. First, well, we'll talk about what we're gonna do. We're gonna talk about Deadpool 3. Not any real details about the movie, but some things about Kevin Feige and how it relates to the character. And we've got the Ray Swap the Role game, of course. Then we're gonna. I watched Knives Out.
Oh shit!
I watched Knives Out. We'll talk about that a little bit, and then we'll remix it with the guest director game, of course. And also tonight we have the Seinfeld trivia, the West Regional matchup, as we'll have Emperor Steve facing off against Salvador for a trip to the finals. Steve will be joining us soon. So while we're at it, while we've started here, I think we should take a trip. Yes, that's right. A place where no man really wants to go, but I'm sure a few have ended up there, and it's happened. Let's take a spin and go inside Brie Larson, shall we?
Hi. Hello. I'm starting a YouTube channel.
So Brie Larson, in her latest installment of look at how well produced my videos are because I can't do this myself, she got to play her Nintendo Switch and show footage on YouTube, which I'm not
Enjoy
gonna,
that copyright claim, you bitch.
Yeah, well, no, she didn't get one because apparently she gets a pass for that, whereas many YouTubers have been flagged and had action taken against their channel for that. She gets to show her Animal Crossing videos, which I'm not going to show her video because I do not want to get hit with that because odds are my luck I probably would. But I just found this hilarious to see another step in the evolution of YouTube and kind of like giving a big fuck me right to the creators and giving a pass to a celebrity to kind of go above and beyond and do whatever they want to do on the platform, which really is kind of shitty if you're a smaller creator.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, it seems like everything that she's a part of bends over backwards to accommodate her, and it's really fucking annoying. When the whole thing happened with Captain Marvel and the Russian bots that were trying to downvote the movie or whatever, they had to redo their whole thing and make an exception, an asterisk, if you will, for Brie Larson. And they're like, oh, whenever movies come up now, you have to be a registered person, you have to have a ticket and a stub and an ID badge and a DNA test and a throat swab, and then we'll let you review the movie on our platform. It's like, no, I don't want to do that. That's too complicated. And now YouTube's bending over backwards to accommodate her as well, and it's all bullshit.
I feel like people have been doing that for her entire life.
Yeah,
giving her a little asterisk. Which is funny because an asterisk looks like a butthole, which she is.
Thank you for getting that.
That's pretty much what you see when her mouth moves. She's like that character from what was that show, Preacher? Have any of you watched that?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, butthole face guy. Yeah, that's like Brie Larson right there.
Oh
basically.
My god.
So, earlier today, I won't mention who because it's on the toy side of the things that I do, but there's someone who's a little too big for their britches, and I compared them to the Sarlacc pit from Return of the Jedi, to which I described them as the giant sand anus with a beak. Because they had to be the special edition. They didn't even get to be the original.
They weren't good enough for that shit.
No. So I just wanted to put that image into your head: the giant sand anus with a beak.
Definitely there.
Oh no! Hey, what's up, Link-Alex7? How you doing, man? Thank you for joining us. Thank you for joining us, sir. Admiral Tiberius. Oh, sir, look at you. Wait. There it is. Damn it. Well, it'd be like that's gonna be like you're gonna hurt your pelvis from slapping bone back there, man.
Oh, dude, she has. Yeah, she's. I don't know. She's just unattractive and unwanted, and just all around, just like. She's that one bitch in her in the girlfriend group who's always like complaining about everything. She's like, oh, I can't get a man. Oh, I can't get a date. Oh, I can't do this. I can't do that. I can't get a job. I can't keep anybody. Like, she's that complaining bitch all the time.
Yeah.
Who, if she would actually give 10% of like real effort, she'd actually accomplish what she wanted to. She's that just that mouthy bitch the whole time. And it's like, God, just shut the fuck up.
And people just give her way to shut her up so they don't have to listen to her nag and complain.
Which I mean, I understand that, but that's also like a really bad idea because then like she becomes herself right now, and it's just annoying. And it's like, God, like once things go back to normal and like people start shooting again, I mean, are they gonna want to film with her at all, or are they just gonna be like, oh, you're a YouTube star now, you don't need Hollywood anymore? Like, what's gonna happen with that?
Yeah,
it's like I forget who said it. But to quote someone else, like they said, and I'm quoting here, quote, and I cannot stress enough, that's not Brie Larson on YouTube. That's Brie Larson pretending to be a normal person on YouTube. Like, that's not how she is.
Yeah.
Of course. I mean, we've seen the videos of her and Don Cheadle and her doing her little Google video about things that were Googled about Brie Larson or whatever. How awkward that was.
Oh, that was. That was cringe-inducing fucking... that was almost as bad as that Gamer Girl trailer, if any of you watched that fucking cringe fest.
Oh, God. I mean, even it was even cringier than her posting a picture of herself on Stanley's, when Stanley died. It's like, really? Okay, you don't understand how this goes, obviously. You're far removed from this whole... from reality. Good for you, Brie. Good for you.
Yeah, to take the death of Stan Lee and to flip it on its head and try to turn it into something that feeds into your narcissism it was just, with her little, designer, probably a couple $1,000 handbag and her custom shoes and her, velour tracksuit. I'm like, oh God, that was with her little drink. It was so tasteless. It was a tasteless move.
I feel like she was like Chadwick Boseman when she took that Marvel role. Words are hard, gentlemen. I don't think she understood the kind of world she'd be stepping into. Because we were talking off air about how fucking pedantic nerds can be and like detail driven. So I don't think she understood the kind of crowd she was going to be attracting when she decided to, take that role. So people have been pretty much tearing her apart ever since.
Yeah. Also, when you enter the group in the 11th hour, and they've known each other since 08, and you're the new kid and you act like you're hot shit. Like nobody's gonna take that.
No. She's the kid that comes to your lunch table like partway through like after the fucking, halfway through the second semester, sits down and starts cracking jokes like she's been there the whole time. Which is, I feel like, an analogy most people can understand. Because you go to lunch with the same group of people every day sitting in the cafeteria, and then some rando shows up and they're like trying to bust your balls. It's like, who the fuck are you? We don't know you like that.
She also in the video was talking about using her, her privilege again and all this, and it's like you don't understand that people see through this thinly veiled facade that you're projecting into the world, do you, young lady? Some of us were born at night, but it wasn't last night. And what you're doing right now is just omitting a virtue signal. You're opening your mouth and it's like virtue signals is popping out, and it's like, the people that you're trying to use to lift yourself up really don't want your kind of help, because they know the self-serving garbage that you're projecting, and it's very visible to all of us. I mean, it was, like I said, this video was cringy, and I laughed. I didn't watch the whole thing. I watched part of it, and I was like, oh, like what? Like, it's just
like Randy. Oh.
The Randy Marsh. That's one I've got to make too. I didn't get a chance to make that one today. Admittedly, I fell asleep before the show. That's why I was a little late logging on. I sat down in my chair and I was kind of reading, and I set an alarm on my phone, luckily, and I woke up to poor T. Volare, and I'm like, oh wait, I have to get up now.
Yeah, normally I'm the last one to show up.
Yeah, it was me tonight. I'm sorry. Oh yeah, so that's that was a little side detour and a trip inside Brie Larson, and I don't want to talk about her anymore, because frankly, so here's one more look, and this is the intro and the outro. So we've just gone inside Brie.
Hi. Hello. I'm starting a YouTube channel.
Yeah, that's enough of that. We're done with Brie Larson, our YouTube channel. So yeah, the dislikes are mounting up on that video too, which is kind of funny.
Oh, God.
I didn't look at the exact amount. It wasn't that many yet, but I'm sure it'll climb up there because it hasn't.
Well, yeah, and then YouTube will readjust it, because they that's just what they do.
Yeah, they're like, hey, those algorithms, we're gonna tweak those for you.
Also, can we acknowledge how being a 31-year-old female and still doing the "I'm so embarrassed, I'm so shy" trope isn't cute anymore? It's like, can you just function in society, please?
Yeah. Just act like you're miserable. Like we'll take that too. That's fine.
Yeah, yep. It's like no one else is in the room with you, Brie. It's just you. Why are you so embarrassed? Like, what are you shy about? That goes back to that whole she's trying to pretend to be a normal person.
Yeah, instead of an android like she is. She's
with her $1,000 PJs, like get fucked, lady.
Yeah. Everybody sits around in $1,000 pajamas, and you look at my garden. Shut up, Bree.
I'm wearing fucking And One basketball shorts, the Walmart brand, right now.
I've got a 20-year-old Royal Oak Tree Service tank top on. I mean, it's in like sweatpants shorts. I don't.
And it was used when you got it.
Yeah, it was.
Oh my God.
But so we'll switch gears right now, and we're gonna talk about Deadpool 3. Now, this one's kind of been up in the air. still have not watched Deadpool 2. Deadpool 1, I liked it. Not the biggest Deadpool fan, but I am a Ryan Reynolds fan because Ryan Reynolds is kind of one of those guys. It's like he just looks like he'd be cool to have a beer and just bullshit with. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
He is, and Deadpool is a fun character, man. That's one thing I do like about the character is he is. It's like that fourth wall, very meta, and it's enjoyable to watch. You know what I mean? Because a lot of like the X-Men movies, obviously over on the Fox side had a darker tone to them. You know, whereas your Marvel movies are more slapstick, and it's like Deadpool is kind of like that nice little mixture of both, but it was very adult driven and oriented. And Ryan Reynolds did a great job with that character. Now, this article that we're going to kind of go over talks a little bit about Kevin Feige and his, want and need for control of things, and this might affect this character. And here comes the ads. Help me, Rhonda. It says Marvel Insider hints Deadpool 3 will be PG-13. Feige's a control freak, and this came out a couple days ago from Matt McGloiner in Cosmic Book News. So I don't think this movie will work if it's PG-13. Honestly, it's going to kneecap the character. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You really can't. I never watched because I think they did the PG-13 cut of Deadpool 2, wasn't it?
Yeah, Once Upon a Deadpool or something like that.
Yeah.
Which people warned back then. They're like, this is their test market to see if PG-13 Deadpool will fly. Mm-hmm. There's enough fucking fanboys that are just like, oh, I love Deadpool, that they went and saw it. And Disney saw the numbers and they're like, oh, okay, we can get away with this.
Yeah, but I mean that's because they had the template for the R1, and they're like, all right, we know what to cut out to make PG-13, and plus they have the MPAA in their back pocket. Mm-hmm. The MPAA is going to come to tell them, it's like, okay, well, you can't do this, as opposed to for anything else. So they're one of the heads of I think one of the people they work with, or they're one of the heads of the MPAA. So they have the guidelines. They can pretty much look at it and see what's accepted and what isn't, and go by that and cut it up real quick and shoot some stuff in a couple of weekends and get it to where they need it. It won't take them long. Mm-hmm. As opposed to dwindling the character down in part 3 to PG-13, which is going to just, I agree, would neuter the entire character and not be fun. I mean, Ryan Reynolds is going to be. I think if they do that, Ryan Reynolds is going to be like, yeah, I'm fucking out. I'm sorry. No.
Well, not to mention, what is it going to go straight to freaking streaming? I mean, we're talking about a movie that, we don't even know when the movie industry is going to start back up yet. And they're talking, it might be a PG-13 movie, but what's it going to do? Go straight to streaming?
Yeah, how much is your budget going to be, and then how are you going to recomp that money? Because they're going to have to they'll put it on Disney Plus. It'll be on pay-per-view for a little bit, but then it go to Disney Plus, and it's like your box office for the first 2 movies was north of, I think it was $780 million. Mm-hmm. I just looked at it earlier for 1 and 2. The box offices were very comparable to each other, which is a good thing for your movie. It means, hey, if it didn't, go, I think the second one maybe just a shade more. I can't remember. I looked at the numbers this afternoon, but no. So it was like, to me, it's like you've got a winning formula, and that just really it draws a parallel to me between like Kevin Feige and Vince McMahon, just because they're so resistant to things that they haven't created, which is a shock to me that Ryan Reynolds is still in the role, because mm-hmm. it harkens back to, say, Daredevil, which there's a huge petition right now to keep Charlie Cox playing the role of Matt Murdock, because, and I'm currently watching the show, Charlie Cox plays the shit out of that role. Like, he owned it. In the episodes that I've watched so far, he's great, and I would really love to see him come back and reprise that in the MCU, but Feige's not going to let that happen because it's not his character. It's not his actor. It's not his handpicked, chess piece. So,
well, that may be the case. But with Ryan Reynolds, you can't. There's no way they're going to make the movie PG-13. There's no way. Like, it just makes zero sense whatsoever. I don't think Ryan Reynolds would put up with it.
Yeah, I would. I don't think he would. I think he would. Ryan Reynolds seems like he has the kind of clout to where he could just be like, I'm not doing it. and just kind of walk, and he would probably be fine.
Yeah, and I mean, I hope if if Disney tries to strong arm him into doing that, he goes to the internet and be like, yeah, Disney doesn't want to make Deadpool 3 because they want to make it PG-13, and I'm against that. And I'm just like, I hope if that happens and they're in talks for it, he goes to the internet and like just tells everybody how it is. It's like there won't be a Deadpool 3 because Disney wants to neuter it. I hope he tells everybody that.
And
would too.
I was just gonna say that it seems like Ryan Reynolds would do that. He would, have that kind of, like you said, that clout to go out and be like, he's just gonna call him out on it because what are they gonna, they can't really do anything. There's no really legal repercussion for that. I mean, it's he's I would, it's his role. He basically, he's made that role his ever since they started the internet leaks with the test footage and stuff like that, which was genius because that built so much hype. That scene of him sitting on the bridge.
Oh yeah.
Was he listening to like Holler Back Girl or something? Oh my God. That drawing that little picture, sitting there kicking his feet. I was like, holy shit, this is like, and you're looking at it, it's like, this is so rough. Is this like fan made? And it was a literal genius marketing technique, and it worked, man. It built so much hype for that character. And like I said, not even being that big of a fan of the character, but more or less just liking. And like I said, I was Van Wilder, I think, was one of the first things I saw Ryan do. And Two Girls, a Guy in a Pizza Place, I think he was in too.
Yeah.
But I mean, he's had a long career, and this is just like, it's so fitting, and you don't want to see that disrupted now. And then Disney comes along, and gobbles up Fox, and it's like, well, this is this is probably the end of that, and because it makes me think of the situation with Doctor Strange 2, where the first director, whose name Scott Derrickson, was talking about how it was going to be a horror, and Feige's like, no, it's going to be funny, and it's like, what, dude, you have a perfect opportunity to break from that Marvel paint by numbers cycle, and you're not going to do it? Like, why?
Yeah, and I mean, Marvel needs to now, because I mean, everybody's done with their brand of stuff. Like, they really are. I think people are done with Marvel's universe and the way they've done things and things like that. They're just kind of over it, and they want something different. And I think if you go the horror aspect, especially with Doctor Strange, who can lend himself to that, you're going to bring in the horror fans, plus people who watch the first one, plus people who are into the MCU. You're going to bring in a lot of general audience people who might find it interesting, and make more money that way. But once again, Disney's retarded, and they're not going to do that.
Well, I wonder if they're ready.
Excuse me, Nick. That's our word. Thank you. You can't use that unless you're one of us.
I'm sorry.
Well,
Me and Alex Jones over here are very offended.
The frogs are gay. The frogs are gay.
I just wonder right now, the way I see this is, you've had the C virus come in and be a thing, and you've got the studios shut down for X amount of time. Oh, then they started to open back up, and now they're shutting back down again. And the movie industry is like doing nothing. Suddenly they get a government bailout in the billions. So I'm seeing this. I don't know if you guys are seeing it like I am, but you get closer to like January. The election is over. I think maybe this is where they really start deciding, oh crap, we better put movies out. So they're really thinking about it in November. Is this even one of the movies they're going to focus on? Do you think?
No.
Yeah, and that's the thing, is like, when is this coming out? Because they just pushed back Falcon and Winter Soldier, or WandaVision? They've pushed
Both.
that back now. Both of them basically.
How have they pushed them back? So I mean, haven't they already shot them all, or just I guess putting them together, in some room somewhere, and they're just waiting to release them? Like, are they waiting? What are they doing? Waiting for the subscription from every Verizon customer to go up, and then have them come back and give money?
Probably.
Yes.
I don't think that's going to happen. I really don't, because I mean, Disney Plus is nice at all, and I mean, I have it through some friends of mine. Thankfully, I don't pay for it, but I very barely go watch it. I think there was one show I wanted to watch when it came on, and it was so weird. I watched the whole show, and I'm happy now. So I'm not going to go back to it. Like, I don't see the point.
I have it through Verizon because I have the Verizon Unlimited thing. It's free. That's the one we were talking because I don't pay for any of my streaming services right now, and that's one I'm going to, and I'm going to end up getting the HBO Max one because I want all that, like the Snyder cut, and the I want to see what they're doing with Snyder working over there in the DC side on the HBO Max shows, because especially now that they're bringing Affleck back. It was what the rumor is anyway. So, and while we're talking about DC for just a moment, let me welcome the franchise Emperor Steve to the show. Thank you for joining us, sir.
What up, everybody? And wear your mask. Gotta wear your mask. Oh my goodness, I can't take hearing that anymore.
I'm sick of that.
These freaking Karens. I'm sick of that.
Hey, you got a Vader mask though, so that was all good.
Oh yeah, that's true, but can't wear that to work. So.
Jeez. Dude, I'm in Atlanta right now. I'm getting text messages, and there's actual like road work signs that say that like every few miles now, and it's really irritating.
Wow, Nick,
that's all through Phoenix. Everywhere you drive through Phoenix, there's them signs. It's annoying. It's really annoying.
You're not too far from me, Nick. I'm right up in Athens, Georgia, a little north of where you are.
Okay, yeah. I might come down there to Creature Comforts Brewery and get some beer because I love that place.
Yeah, there you go.
I like their beer too much. I'm actually gonna make a trip at some point and come down there and like buy a fuck ton of beer.
Here's a question, Josh, from Josh Maxwell. Welcome. I don't recognize that name, but welcome. Thank you for joining us. Who could be Doctor Doom though? Well, there's a rumor going around right now, and I was kind of talking about this. Giancarlo Esposito, I believe, was the name that's being being floated for that one. And honestly, I think they should stick with like somebody that can pull off that European villain, because Latveria is it's supposed to be like this, kind of like European country. I mean, unless you're going to flip the entire character, which really you've got an established character like Doctor Doom that people have been waiting to see done right, and now you're going to flip it. I don't think that's a good move, Marvel. That's a bold strategy.
It works so well for Captain Marvel because it was supposed to be a black woman, but no, we're gonna make it some boring white bitch. It's like nobody's gonna notice. Somebody reads the comics. Yeah, nobody reads the comics or knows the history of it. It can look it up on the internet. It's fine.
You know what?
Okay.
Nah, it'll be fine.
Not to interrupt a little bit. You know what the MCU reminds me of? And this is about to come to a sports analogy. They remind me of the Green Bay Packers of last decade. They won a Super Bowl out of nowhere, and they think they're top of the world, and they never really fully adapted to the new NFL that was coming. Because all of a sudden, for the last 10 years, we almost reached the top, but we ended up getting blown out in the weirdest way, or just doing stupid trades and stupid free agent signings. That's what the MCU reminds me of. They don't know how to adapt, because they should know by now that these fans are not going to stay around if you keep doing stupid stuff like this, like keeping Deadpool PG-13 and trying to race flip Doctor Doom. That's not going to work.
Is RDJ Brett Favre in this analogy?
I don't know.
Has he been addicted to painkillers and sent dick pics to Jen Sturger?
I don't know about all that.
Well, he was on the Epstein Island flight list, so who fucking knows, right?
Oh, God, was he? Jesus.
Yes.
I don't want to
know. Was.
Him and Ben Affleck. That's what
oh, my God.
I know. I was like, son of a bitch. Hey,
they basically all were.
To be fair, they weren't on there 23 times, though, like somebody else.
Yeah.
That's
that individual. Well, he shall remain nameless, but let me tell you something. He plays a mean saxophone. He's got an office up in Harlem, baby.
To go back to Josh Maxwell's question, my two main choices, which one of them has already been cast in a fucking bullshit role that this actor, Disney has wasted him on two major properties that they really could have drawn some life out of him. My number one choice would have been Mads Mikkelsen.
Yep.
That's what the chat is saying.
Yeah, they wasted him in the first one, and then they wasted him in Rogue One. And then my second choice, which is kind of like the go-to for most people, would be Michael Fassbender. But if they're going to continue the X-Men without recasting them, then he's already Magneto.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, they should reboot the X-Men right now because I mean the last like 3 or 4 movies were really horrible, especially Dark Phoenix or Phoenix Dark, whatever the hell it was really bad.
Yeah, Dark
Yeah.
Phoenix. Dark
Oh
Phoenix.
my god.
You know, I tried to like that, and there was some things I did like about it, but on the other hand, it was like, well, I've seen this with a different cast a couple of years ago, and I like that one a little bit better. Neither of them were done, well. I mean, extremely well. No, they were iffy. But I mean, Dark Phoenix was just like,
there are 2 more that I'm thinking of right now, which I don't know. One of them may be a little too, I wouldn't say old, but maybe out of shape. I'd like to see Nathan Fillion try it. Just
honestly, that's
just
not
visually
bad.
in the face he looks it, but I don't know if he sounds it. And then the other one, which I guess they could do a combo, like have Nathan Fillion play Doom without the mask, and then have who I think would be a great, because he's a phenomenal voice actor, is Alan Tudyk.
Oh my god, Alan Tudyk, I love that man so much. Oh man,
Dude, he was
Because he
playing
did
K2SO.
Yeah, he was,
yes.
yeah, he was K2SO. He was the fucking chicken in Moana.
I just watched Moana the other day.
He was
with
he was King Candy and Wreck-It Ralph. So he's worked with Disney many times. So he is in their back pocket.
Him and Tyler Labine did that movie. What was it? Oh my god, it was a horror movie.
Yeah, Tucker and Tail.
Yeah, Tucker and Dale versus Evil. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
God, that's a good movie.
Tucker and Dale versus Evil. Yes, sir.
I don't really know who could be Doctor Doom other than the 2 that Sal named. Other than that, it's just like at this point, it's like I'd rather not see Doctor Doom because some way, somehow, Disney is gonna mess it up.
No, that's what's gonna happen. I mean, I'm very worried for Mandalorian season 2 as well because I keep hearing horrible things about that, and I'm just like, I can't. Oh man, the first season was so good. It's just gonna go downhill now, isn't it?
I hope not.
Yeah.
It's the only reason I have Disney Plus. Actually, like you guys were saying earlier, like once you watch the show on there, like there's no reason for you to have that freaking thing. I hope it do that.
Yeah, I finished the Mandalorian. I periodically go back because I'm as huge of a proponent as I am for physical media. There are some movies I just don't feel like owning, and I'm like, oh, if it's on Disney Plus, I'll just watch it here so I can save myself the $12 for the DVD that I'm not gonna watch after I watch it this one time. Like,
Guy.
As dumb as this is, and you guys can feel free to make fun of me all you want. Princess and the Frog. I fucking love that movie so goddamn much. And I already have a sequel like plotted out in my head, which would be perfect. And they'll never fucking do it because good ideas go to waste. So I watch that a lot. But like I'll go back and I'll watch like the animated Mighty Ducks show, which is only 22 episodes.
Oh my god, yeah, holy shit.
So I'll periodically go back and like binge a show like that, but I honestly after Mandalorian I stopped using it. So
Yeah.
I watch some stuff on. Like I said, we watched some of the card. I was watching the animated X-Men show on there, and Trey and I've been watching. Was it the 1980 Spider-Man show, the original?
Ooh, nice.
So yeah, it's very that show is fun. And we were talking about Doctor Doom. Doctor Doom is facing off with Spider-Man on that show, periodically, and it's like that to me. It's like that's something I want to see on the big screen, and now it's like I don't want to see it because it's Disney doing it, and they're just gonna it's gonna be good. But who would I want to see play Doctor Doom now? I heard Fassbender's name thrown out there. That's one of them because I think he would be really good. And off the top of my head, I can't honestly think of who would fit that role.
Sorry, I just thought of one who would be really fucking good, but he can't because he's too prominent. And as another role would be Henry Cavill.
Oh god, dude,
I don't see that one.
I don't know.
I mean, he's got stature. He's British, so he doesn't have to work on an accent. He could just change it slightly. But I don't know. I really like Henry Cavill, but he's so prominent as Superman and Geralt of Rivia that I don't think it'd be feasible for him to be a major player in 3 different IPs.
You know who I'd really like? I think who could do the voice for Doctor Doom? I think would be really intriguing. Would be Mauler. Can we have Mahler do Dr. Doom's voice? Have Mahler, Critical Drinker, do his voice.
Heck, we might just put Doomcock in there then. Dr. Doom.
I was trying to think of that guy who played the jerk on A Knight's Tale. That guy. His name.
Knight's Tale.
He was
With Heath Ledger.
Yeah,
Oh,
Heath
shit,
Ledger with all
okay.
the modern
Such a
rock
prick.
music.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I'm trying to think. Paul Beatty was in that movie, wasn't he?
I haven't seen that movie.
Oh, hold on, I found it. It's the guy's name was Rufus Frederick Sewell.
Yep, that's him.
Zool, motherfucker, Zool.
He just was such a prick. I think he'd be a good Doctor Doom.
Yeah, he could do it. He's got that like I hate everybody look in his eyes, you know.
Oh,
Yeah.
Alan Tudyk was in that movie too.
Yep.
What?
Yeah, he was.
God, he's such a good actor.
Dude, I got to meet him at a horror convention when he was doing him and Tyler Bean were doing promotions for Tucker and Dale.
Oh, I'm glad
Super.
he's doing well after being impaled.
super nice dude. He would always fuck with like the person next to him who was his handler because like they were against taking pictures at the table because they wanted you to pay for them because that's the way the cons work. And he's like, all right, get down for the table, we'll take a picture right now. And the handler would be like, no, you can't do that, Mr. Tudyk. He's like, are you gonna stop me? It's like, no, you're not.
That's where he just pulled out his dick. He's like, how's that taste? Josh Maxwell says, how about Rowan Atkinson?
Oh God!
Oh my God!
I'm Dr. Doom. I'll bring death and destruction upon your land. I'm Dr. Doom.
Now,
oh man,
speaking of funny
allow it.
voices, who would be good? And again, they've already wasted him, even though he did a fantastic job in the first movie he was in. Would be Lee Pace doing his Running the Accuser voice.
Oh
yes.
God!
Yes, he would be.
He would have been a powerhouse. He was
Why
great
not?
in the first movie.
Why not have him do it? Because Manju Houston's already he's been in Captain Marvel and Guardians of the Galaxy.
He
So
was the same character though.
Nobody'll know. Just do it.
Yeah. He was also in
fine.
Shazam.
Yeah, nah, it'll be fine.
One way or the other, he was getting that Captain Marvel money.
Yeah, I mean, it's whatever. They already ruined Ronan the Accuser's character anyway.
Yeah.
they ruined him. So
You know what? Fuck it. Let's bring back Liam Neeson and just digitally de-age him for the movie. I'm surprised that that's not an option. Like with the way that digital de-aging is going and how good it's getting, that they're not just casting older actors and making them younger to fit the parts. That
What they're doing is they're scanning their faces at such a high level and then giving them 100-year contracts so that their estate can make money even though they're dead.
Yeah. We'll have Gilbert Godfrey be Dr. Doom.
Oh hell no!
Gilbert Gottfried. Oh no!
I think I know what they should do, but it's probably not a good job to do. Do something like what they did for Darth Vader.
Mm-hmm.
Just have like the voice and just like the physical stand-in. I
That's
don't
what they
think you
did
really
with
need.
Groot and Bradley Rocket.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah, something like that.
What's
I
his
don't
name?
think you need to bring an extra actor in there. So
What's his name? Sean Gunn did all the mocap, I think, for those, didn't he?
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
He did so much. It's so funny. Like he's got his character, but he does so much mocap work for those movies. Like for so many characters, it's crazy.
Well, that's because his brother wants to make sure that his his brother James Gunn to make sure that his the brother's taken care of. He doesn't want him out in the streets smoking sucking dick for crack or something. So
He doesn't want him to be like Randy and Dennis Quaid.
yeah, exactly.
I don't want to have to keep Dennis is like I don't have to keep bailing you out of jail, Randy. Randy's like, "Hello, boys."
It's like, oh shit. Who let him out of jail this time?
He actually became the uncle from Christmas Story. He literally became his fucking character.
Really
He became his character. Art imitates life, ladies and gentlemen.
He really did.
Speaking of Fantastic Four, and I'm not sure if he'd be good to pull it off, but someone who visually I think could pull it off as Dr. Reed Richards is Dennis from Always Sunny. Like I don't know if acting wise he could pull off like a more serious role because I've only ever seen him in Always Sunny, at least actively only seen him in Always Sunny, but visually I think he looks the part.
I know
Yeah.
I know who you're talking about.
yeah. That would be funny to see, but I'll just keep laughing the whole entire movie if I had to see that.
You're waiting for him to do something crazy, like waiting for
Yeah.
Danny DeVito to pop out or something. Danny DeVito plays the
stupid.
fucking thing. But no, seriously, Sal, I can see that from an aesthetic perspective. I can see that. It sucks because like I'm so hung up now and stuck on John Krasinski being Reed Richards because he's all the fan art. You know, it's I actually just and I posted pictures on Facebook. I just picked up the Mr. Fantastic Marvel Legends figure the other day. It's a nice figure. It just came with the the big hands. It came with the elongated hands. And then
those are the hands for Invisible Woman.
And it's got the Super Skrull leg to it. So I'm probably gonna try to throw that one together. But yeah, it's a decent figure. It was funny. I posted a picture and somebody on my Facebook was like, I have that one and the other ones I got from Sal. You know, he sent me Dr. Doom and I picked up the Thing and the Invisible Woman from him. And he's like, I don't know if you guys say, he's like, I'm just not impressed with these sculpts. I'm like, well, thanks for playing, bud.
Yeah, thanks. I was asking for your opinion.
I was, and that individual is I just keep him around to keep an eye on him. Kind of one of those people, you know.
Gotcha.
But he's but I was like, oh, I wasn't really looking for your approval there, fella. You know, I mean, if you want me to run my collection, by you, you know, just let me know next time. I'll send pictures pending your approval. But but I mean, it was kind of funny. I was like, all right, whatever, cool. But I think it's a good looking figure. But yeah, I'm like, John Krasinski needs to play that role, you know, and that's the whole thing. That's the problem with you've had the fan art's been around for so long now. It's like, it's really going to take somebody to own that role to kind of break the fan base away from seeing Krasinski.
Damn, Adam, why you gotta be so bad? You see?
Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh no.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
See, he's not far off because I heard that she was supposed to play the planet Mercury in the next Fantastic Four movie.
Lena Dunham is Galactus.
Yeah, for a second I was like, what the hell's going on the franchise TV? Is he dying? What's going on over there?
Do you have a seizure?
Somebody call an ambulance.
Oh man.
Don't go into the light.
He ruined my night with that one. Oh.
Yeah. Wait till I show you pictures of our new swimsuit shoot, okay? That'll really ruin your night.
Oh.
So they were talking about Dr. Doom and all that. So another Marvel villain that's going to come into the fold is Kang the Conqueror. Now, have any of you heard who supposedly has been cast as Kang the Conqueror?
Who shall that be?
All I can say is wow. Owen fucking Wilson. And I am not joking.
What has Owen Wilson done in the last 5 years?
He was in
He's
Zoolander.
Been stuck on a continuous loop, going wow. In his apartment, someone had to pop him on the head to reset him.
Okay, so what you're saying is he's a living gift. That's all.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I wonder if that's ever stopped him from saying wow in public.
He probably do it consciously now. He's like, damn it, I can't.
Now he just goes cool.
It's like there's a Peter Griffin sitting behind him poking him with a stick, like, come on, do it, do the line, do it. Wow. He hasn't been right since Cable Guy. Ever since he took that fucking that hand dryer to the face.
The chat is really on something right now. See the newest one.
Lizzie
Was
is
that Lizzo?
Yeah.
Lizzo Sue Storm. Oh God.
So she fell out of relevance almost as fast as her fucking song showed up.
Yeah.
That's because of what she wore to the the NBA game or whatever she went
to.
I'm glad I missed that one. Thank God. Oh God, here we go. Not Amy Schumer for Sue Storm.
You know what? Amy Schumer has a new show on HBO
Netflix.
Max.
Oh, was it HBO Max?
Yeah.
I thought it was
Yeah.
Netflix.
It's about
Oh.
her pregnancy, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's about her being pregnant and doing comedy and like her and her husband fighting. I'm just like, who the fuck wants to watch this? This is like such a this is like a Judd Apatow wet dream right there. It's like, who the fuck would want to watch this shit? Just no.
It's like watching Honey Boo Boo all grown up.
Oh,
That's what Amy Schumer is. She's Honey Boo Boo all grown up.
Oh my god.
Oh wait,
God.
Keely Chow says, yeah, his Luke Wilson is on Stargirl. I forgot that he's the dad on Stargirl right now.
I think I'd like to see Ken Jeong
Yes.
be Kang.
Ken Jeong.
Yeah. But I'd like
I can just hear that in voice right now.
I just think it'd be really funny to see him show up. Ah!
Yep.
Fucking Ken Jeong is Kang. He does something when he's going to make his escape. He's like, see you later, gay boys, and just fucking.
Oh my
flies
god,
off.
dude. I love that guy so fucking much. I watched his comedy special on Netflix and I was like, this is fucking amazing. He is so good.
Oh yeah.
I also, I always forget that he's like a legitimate, like certified actual doctor.
Yes, he graduated from the University of Michigan Medical School.
Yeah, like not like an honorary doctorate from like the Life
No.
Church or some shit.
no,
Like,
he's a
like
doctor.
he's a bona fide MD.
Yeah, but
Here's what I would do. If I ever met him, I'd be like, "Oh, I really love your movies. By the way, my back's really hurting."
He's like, you want to talk about The Masked Singer, The Hangover? No, man. I got a lower lumbar problem.
Yeah, it's really hurting.
But did you die?
oh god, I love him in Community. He's fucking hilarious in Community.
Fuck. Yes, he was a perfect foil for Joel McHale in that.
Oh yeah, dude, it's great.
God, yeah, that's funny. I see. Why not have Disney? If you're gonna do it, just have Joel McHale play Doctor Doom.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, that works. He seems like a legitimate asshole. That's fine.
Him or like what was the other guy? Who was was it? Craig. He was a talk show host back in the day. I could see him.
Kilborn?
Craig Kilborn. Yes, dude.
Oh
yes.
my god, dude. You know why he got fired, right?
I do not.
He was a little touchy feely there with the female interns.
Well, I could see that. Jesus, he did that in that movie. Remember?
Yes, he did.
What movie was that? Was that Wedding Crashers?
It was Old School, I think.
Was it? Yeah, it was. Yep, Old School. Yes.
So he really did that shit.
Jesus Christ, dude. He's
because I remember he was on the Daily Show before Jon Stewart.
Yep.
And it was kind of funny then, and it was okay. And then all of a sudden he got shit canned, and then like he just disappeared. And I was like, what? I wonder what happened to this guy. I looked at his Wikipedia. It's like, oh, apparently he got And this is way before the Me Too movement, like years before, like decades before. And he got found out, and he's not working ever again. I don't think, or he's not doing anything now.
God
and
damn.
he was his character in that movie was cheating on that girl, and I was like, this is once again art imitating life. It's kind of fucked up.
Yeah, Jesus. Well, I mean, look at Kevin Spacey. I'm just saying. I'm just saying, man. American Beauty. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
But seriously, dude, that like I used to watch his late show like every night after Letterman. I'd watch Kilborn and like Craig Kilborn. He was obsessed with the Scorpions. He'd always play Rocky Like a Hurricane, and when Dido came out, he was like he had her on that was like a huge thing he had her on the show. But yeah, he would just like he was like such a sarcastic, like one of those like pretty boy like assholes. But I was like, he was funny as shit. Like his late show, I loved it. But yeah, I can totally see that now that you said he did that. Yep, I was like, wow, what a surprise! It's like Dave Letterman when he had his assistant Stephanie, his intern. He would always have her come out on camera and do stuff, and he'd put her in costumes. Yep. And I was watching, I was like, he's nailing her. And then it came out later. Yep, he had an affair with her the whole time. I was like, well, called it, Kobe.
Put it on the board.
Put it on the big board, boys. But yeah, so I don't know, man. There's a lot of crazy shit that Disney's doing with this casting stuff, and it's like they were talking about Magneto.
I got it.
Well,
this
go
is
ahead.
it. Dr. Doom will be Will Ferrell. He's gonna show up to his masses and take off his helmet and go, I'm very important.
he's gonna play D'Angelo Vickers from The Office, but as Doctor Doom.
Which he has a new movie on Netflix. What is it called? Eurovision or something like that. And I made it about 10 minutes in and couldn't make it any further. So.
Damn.
And this is coming from someone who actually actively likes Will Ferrell's comedy movies.
I do too, man. I mean, there's some of them that are really fun. I mean, there's some of the later ones I haven't, but like Step Brothers and stuff like that. I love those. That's. Yeah.
He fell off to me. That's what I think. He fell off.
He has also. What's the best?
Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say, what has he been in like other than the movie you said you watched? What has he been in recently though? Outside of that,
Holmes and Watson.
That was a major flop though. That was almost like Doolittle levels of bad, wasn't it? I mean, I'd never watched it. I was like, I saw the reviews and I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna trust the reviews on this one as much as I like these two. I'm gonna take it. That's a hard pass.
And the thing is, some of his more serious movies, like Stranger Than Fiction or Everything Must Go, are actually really good.
No, I do love Stranger Than Fiction. It's a really really good movie, and it's one of the ones of his that I watch multiple times. The other ones are just kind of I watch once or twice. I'm just like, man, this is kind of shit. this is really horrible.
Which one was that? Stranger Than Fiction? Which one was that about?
It's the one where he's just living his life, and there's an author, I can't remember her name. I really can't. I can't remember the actress's name. I can see her face, but she's writing a book, and he has the same name as the character in the book. And as she's writing her book, the things are happening to him, kind of like a voodoo doll, sort of. And she's famous for killing off her main characters at the end of the book. And so he finds out about that, and he's like, "You can't kill me. You got to let me live." And he falls in love with Maggie Gyllenhaal's character. He's a tax auditor. He works for the IRS, and she's being audited, so they meet, and he's trying to, the night before he's supposed to die, he tries to give her all these, legal loopholes to, not owe, I think it's, $300,000 in back taxes or something like that. So, it's a really good fucking movie. There's funny parts in it, but it's a really good movie.
I'll check. I'll try. I'll give it a try.
I think Anthony Hopkins is in it, too. He's his guide, whatever, about literary stuff. He's like, yeah, if this is happening, then you sitting still will just, the story will perpetuate around you, and make you move. And sure enough, that's what happens in the movie. And it's a wonderful movie. It really is.
Too bad he was an island hopper.
Oh, he was another one. Jesus.
Yep.
What Ferrell?
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh my God,
dude.
Him and Steve Carell.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah, dude. That's
the list is long and it is deep.
It is very shocking to see the names on that. But
that's not to say that everyone on there is guilty of anything. If you go one time, I think the jury's out. But if you're on that manifest, probably more than a handful of times, then you have to know something.
Yeah.
Yep.
Not to get too far down that political rabbit hole.
Yeah. Well, that's absolutely.
Well, I mean, Will Ferrell had, I think, two flops. He had Holmes and Watson, and then he had Downhill, which nobody watched because it came out at the beginning of the pandemic.
Oh God, that was him and Julia Louis-Dreyfus.
Yep. Yeah. It just came out and then had to be retracted because nobody went to go see it. And then he has his Netflix thing, and I'm just like, I'm kind of over you, Will Ferrell. I respect you, but man, you just no more, please.
Yep.
Exactly.
Yeah, I mean, you he did a bunch of sports stuff, which I thought was kind of hilarious, but it's all right, man.
Emma Thompson, that's who the author was. Thanks, Chris Wicks.
Yeah, he did. He kind of took a steep fall off, and to kind of bring it back in, we're talking about race swapping characters and all this and all that. Well, we got a race swap. We got a race swap Deadpool. So I'll go ahead and start, and I'll say I'm gonna pick a man he's kind of had some rough times as of late. There's been a lot of he's got to deal with some crazy ass kids, and well, there's that entanglement too. But my vote for Deadpool is none other than, well, he's played Deadshot, so why not play Deadpool? Will Smith, come on, man. We'll get you out of that entanglement and into some Deadpool types. Come on, you can be Deadpool.
You took my pick, Pete. You took my pick.
You know what? You know what? That might be the role that rejuvenates his career, and then where he can just say fuck every few minutes and just do whatever he wants. So he might be real happy with that.
I said Steve that meme of Will Smith with that. He's got this just sad look on his face. I'm gonna start cussing him. I'm gonna start cussing my raps. That's it. He would be perfect to play Deadpool right now, dude. He needs to let loose.
Somebody sent me one of like a picture of his family, then him, and then him morphing into Chris Benoit. And I'm just like, jeez.
Yes,
I saw that too.
Yes. I think that was Tony. I'm not sure.
Probably because I saw it somewhere and I was like, that's good shit.
Yep.
The funny.
I saw one. It was like a tweet, but those things are doctor pretty easy. But it was like a tweet from fucking his son. He's like, my mom's a hoe.
I saw that one.
Yeah.
I saw one last week where they said, maybe I should kill my wife or something. Then, no, I can't kill her. Then she'll be up there with Tupac.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh, poor Will.
Yeah.
I'm gonna throw a dark horse in there, and I'm gonna say Adewale.
Mm-hmm.
That's who my pick is for Deadpool. For those who don't know who Adewale is, I can't pronounce his full name, so don't ask me to. But Adewale, he was Mr. Echo in Lost.
Yep.
He also played Curse in Thor: The Dark World, and he was Killer Croc in Suicide Squad.
I know who you're talking about. Yeah.
That would be very interesting.
He would probably grow about 2 feet and put on about 50 pounds of muscle, but, that's my pick. That's when Deadpool running, stomping around demanding his BET.
Okay, all right. I was about to say, who are you talking about? This guy? I'd look at his picture.
Yeah.
I know who you're talking about.
He was Adebisi in Oz too.
Okay, gotcha.
Yep.
Was he in the Mummy too? The first Mummy? Not the first Mummy. The second Mummy Returns.
He might have been.
I don't know.
I thought he was.
Yeah. He's in the Mummy Returns.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was either that or Michael B. Jordan.
Oh yeah, he was okay. He was the guy in the Mummy Returns who kept like watching the kid and kept messing with him. That's who it was. Okay.
Michael B. Jordan or Idris Elba.
I'm gonna go for an Indian guy, Kunal Najani.
Oh, Kumail Nanjiani?
Yeah, that guy from Silicon Valley. Yeah, I'm going with him.
He got jacked for the Eternals.
Yeah, he did.
Oh my god! I was like, holy shit, dude! Like, because he's like this. He was like skinny before, and they showed pictures of him. I was like, is that a fucking Photoshop? Nope, that's him. It's like, oh, that's commitment to. I will give him props, man. That's commitment to the role right there.
Mm-hmm.
That would be interesting. What about you, Flipp?
I'm trying to figure it out, but originally I thought Cal Penn from Harold and Kumar.
I don't know. He needs a win really bad. I feel bad for him too because like every time I see him on a new show, it fails immediately. I'm just like,
yeah,
damn, dude, come on like now.
He's a funny guy.
In this universe where we're flipping Deadpool, that whoever, regardless of who takes that, fucking Ryan Reynolds should be the cab driver now.
Yeah.
Yes.
I agree. Definitely.
He'd outshine who. That's the problem. Like whoever they pick though, if Ryan Reynolds, everybody would still do it because he would like outshine whoever it is because he would just like look at the camera a certain way and the crowd would just pop for it. Like really, he would be like the Rock of like, like Marvel movie because all he would have to do is like move his eyebrow and like people would be like, you know what I mean? It would just like it would move the crowd. Like Deadpool would be doing shit and you just see like this character in the background just kind of look a certain way and be like like dead who like. Could we get a cab driver solo movie?
He kind of did that in Hobbs and Shaw. He came out of nowhere. I was like, where the heck he come from?
Oh my god, Hobbs and Shaw is beyond hilarious. I rewatched it the other day and I was like, this is so good and it is so ridiculous and so much fun.
I need to watch it.
I want 2 more parts of it so bad. Because I think we deserve that after going through all this crap. Once Hollywood comes back to normal, like, can we get 2 more parts of Hobbs and Shaw, please? Just do that.
Now that's who is that? That's what is it?
The Rock and Jason Statham.
Yeah, it was a Statham The Rock. Okay. Oh god, yeah. That yeah. I need to see that.
Yeah. Plus you had Kevin Hart and Ryan Reynolds be like comedic side characters, which really worked really well. And just if they can keep that going if they do 2 more parts, keep that going. Maybe like on the third movie, add a third guy, like somebody out of nowhere who's kind of fits in that universe that could be also funny. Like, oh man, it'd be great.
Yeah, Yep, that's the next one. I rented, like I said, I rented movies the other night, and yeah, that's that'll be the next one I check out. But yeah, so speaking of movies, shit, I didn't want to do that.
One more for Doctor Doom.
Yeah,
Kevin Hart on stilts. Like not even photoshopped out, just him walking around on stilts everywhere.
Yes, just yes.
he falls off the stilts, and they're like, Doctor Doom, right? He's like, yeah, he breaks in his like, yeah, Mark, trying to climb back on his stilts to get back up there.
I'm too small. You see, I'm too small.
Somebody says to him, say it with your chest, Doctor Doom.
And,
Kill him now.
someone who legitimately I'd like to see is Kang, because Kang doesn't have to have a certain age or anything, because he's a fucking blue alien, basically.
Mm-hmm.
At least ostensibly that's what he looks like. I think he was Iron Lad at one point, and anyway, Gary Sinise.
Ooh,
Ooh.
Oh, he's overdue.
yeah.
Yeah.
Or Sam Neill.
Sam Neill would be. I like Sam Neill. I think
We
that would be
already
a good
saw
pick.
Sam. Not the rat on that. We kind of saw Sam Neill as fake Odin in Ragnarok.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, he was in there.
That was Sam Neill?
Yeah, that was Sam
Yep,
Neill in the
because
beginning.
they had what's it? Sam Neill, Matt Damon.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
knew Matt Damon. I didn't know it was Sam Neill.
it was Sam Neill, Matt Damon, and Thor's older brother. It could have been.
It was
The oldest brother.
yeah. It wasn't Liam. What the I can't remember the other one's
I
name.
forgot
But yeah,
the other names.
yeah. It was the other Hemsworth.
Yeah, it was not Chris Hemsworth.
Yeah,
That's
not
his
Chris
name.
Hemsworth. That's what I call Liam. It's like, oh look, it's not Chris Hemsworth.
Oh,
It's like the Belushis, you know.
yeah.
Yeah.
Or if they wanted to, Cillian Murphy.
Mhm.
People know him from Peaky Blinders. He was Scarecrow in the Nolan trilogy.
Mhm.
So he'd be a good choice for either of those.
Scarecrow. That's a character they're about to massacre because he's going to be the main antagonist on season 2 of Batwoman.
No. Say it ain't true.
That's who Javicia is going after, man. She's going after Scarecrow because he killed her mom.
Why is that show still going on? Please stop crapping on Batman. Please.
Oh,
Please.
oh, they're gonna get swifty with it.
It's gonna get at least a third season.
Oh, probably. I can't wait to see who Batwoman is in season 3. it better be a paraplegic or a quadriplegic.
No.
this time.
It's just gonna be I don't know. It's gonna be somebody else. Jeez. Who knows? I mean, I can't think of anything. It's gonna be, you know what? Yeah, it's gonna be Lee Dunham or Brie Larson. That's who's gonna be in the third season. Forget it, because yeah.
I went from Captain Marvel to Batwoman. Oh Lord, good God.
They're just going to get some out of work porn actress and say, well, at least she's gay.
or we think so because she's done a lot of movies like that. So yeah, it's fine. It's fine.
Like I said, every woman's a beer away from being bisexual, so it doesn't really matter.
That's true.
Let's be honest. Oh shit. So speaking of movies and honesty, oh God. I watched Knives Out last night.
Oh geez.
And I previously had sat through the first about half hour of this movie, as I previously stated, about to the time when Daniel Craig's character really became a major part of the movie, and he really started delivering lines and sounded like a dog fighting with peanut butter on the roof of his mouth, doing this horrible fucking accent. And it's actually very funny because I promise, as soon as my wife was like, "Oh, well, who's this?" and I was explaining it to her, I was like, "Yeah, it's by Ryan Johnson." She goes, "Who?" I'm like, "That fat round-headed soy boy fuck that did The Last Jedi." And she's like, "Okay, are you gonna bitch this whole movie?" I'm like, "Nope, I promise I won't. I'll be quiet. I won't complain." And I've got to be honest. There were some parts that I passed what I watched and what I made it through that legitimately had me laughing. I will say, Chris Evans was fucking hilarious in that. The cast is really wonderful in this movie, but Daniel Craig's accent really makes a lot of the parts, and he's very prominent after the first act of the movie. It's very, very, very annoying listening to him talk. And Chris Evans, even the movie's kind of meta, and it's Shock Ryan Johnson. He actually makes fun of his accent. He goes "Ooh," and he's like making fun of his accent because Chris Evans plays that. Have any of you seen the movie?
No.
I'm the only one here that suffered through this. Okay. That's my cross to bear, I guess. God damn it. So it actually, like I said, it actually had some funny parts to it. The young girl that plays the housekeeper, it's funny because they skewer, and I will give, God, I'm going to vomit in my mouth saying this. I have to give him credit. I have to give that guy credit, because he actually skewered both. Go ahead and say it, man, baby. Go ahead and fucking say it. Give me credit. Give old Roundhead credit, you bald fuck. Do it.
He wants to know how his Roundhead tastes in your mouth, Pete.
Ah, yeah. How does it taste, asshole? Give my movie praise, you simp. Fuck you, Ryan. Fuck you. Fuck you, Ryan. No, it was actually like the movie overall was pretty funny. I will say that. There were some moments where I was like, oh, like, I mean, you're very like, and people that are watching it, if you're in that boat like I am with Ryan Johnson, where you would throw gasoline on him if he was on fire, you'll fucking cringe. But overall, I can say that it was a pretty funny movie. I'm really holding back vomit in my mouth as I say that.
Yeah, I forgot to say when you said it. I watched it as well.
Mm-hmm.
Because I was home with my family and my mom wanted something to watch while we were, like at home. So I was like, okay, we'll watch this.
Yeah,
fine. Sure, because we had watched a bunch of other movies like Clue and and Oriental Express and things like that, and we're getting to that whole mystery thing. And I was just like, all right, fine, we'll do this. I haven't seen it yet either. We'll see how bad this is. And I was like, yeah, it's okay, it's fine. But it's just it's one of those things where it's like, I mean, you tried remaking Clue in your own way, but it was all right, I guess. I mean.
Yeah, and it almost feels. I almost feel guilty giving it credit.
Yeah, I mean, I remember there were rumors a couple of years ago about Ryan Reynolds wanting to do Clue his own way, and I'm like, I'm okay with that.
Yep,
I'm entirely fine with that. He can redo Clue as long as he plays the butler. I would be okay with that.
Yeah, this one. And it's funny because like you look at the cast that he's got Chris Evans, Michael Shannon, and those two right there. If anybody has followed them on Twitter or knows or listens to interviews of them, they're both insane. Evans and Michael Shannon are both fucking insane.
Shannon's insane like that? Damn.
Yeah.
I think I'd like to see Clue get not only just a movie but also like a board game remake where you're not looking for a killer but you're looking for how all the players in the games are like various made up celebrities, but it's like how their career was killed, and it's like, oh, they were killed because they took a picture in blackface in the boardroom or something, or someone found tweets from 10 years ago in the kitchen.
It's a cancel culture. That. It's cancel culture Clue.
Yeah, exactly.
C3.
I'll play it.
Oh no, Hartley Sawyer, you poor lad.
So I think that would be a very fun, tongue-in-cheek kind of board game. Kind of like Millennial Monopolies was very tongue-in-cheek, and people were just like, I can't believe they made this. But it's like it was a joke.
What about the female Monopoly though?
No, that's
oh my god,
that is a thing.
Yeah, those female Monopoly, and I think there's also female Clue as well.
So when they pass go, they only get $170 instead of $200.
Instead of going to jail, let's go to Harvey Weinstein's office.
Oh god.
Oh.
Do not pass go. Go directly to Epstein Island. I'm sorry.
Oh, gee.
I'm sorry, I can't. Lord, I apologize. I'm going to hell anyway. But yeah, I saw that female Monopoly because I saw the first time I saw the commercial. I was like, "Is this a parody?" Nope, this is real. I'm like, so Monopoly's sexist now?
So.
Okay, all right. I was like, because I don't know, man. My mom used to beat my ass at Monopoly, so I'm like, she never had a problem. She was a stay-at-home mom, so you know.
I've never played a game to completion.
Really?
Takes too long.
I tried. I played. Me and my wife played that a couple times, like we first got together, and she gets like fucking like pissed when she loses. So we have not played in like 10 years.
The only way I've like Risk. The only time I've played Risk to completion was in college, and we made up our own rules.
Nice.
So we allowed ourselves to form alliances with other players, and whenever like if it was you and 2 other people, you got to divvy up the board game at the end, like the Geneva Convention.
It's like that Seinfeld episode where they're playing Risk. Fucking Newman and Kramer running all over New York with the board. Like they're at the subway and they're sitting there, and Newman says that to Kramer, he's like, "You've got nothing. I've got you surrounded." Kramer's like, "I've got the Ukraine." Or no, Newman's like, "I've got the Ukraine." And Kramer's like, "The Ukraine, it's weak." And this guy's like, "Hey, I'm from Ukraine." And he goes, "Hey, relax, buddy. We're playing a game." He's like, "Ukraine's a road apple." And he's like, "Ukraine is not game." And he flips the fucking board over. I'm like, it just reminded me of something my dad would do, because like we're part Ukrainian too. It's like, oh, it's like that whole fucking angry European thing. I'm like, it's not a game. Don't talk about Ukraine. My great grandfather, son of beach. You want to play your little game with your little man? You think it's funny, huh?
You sound like Peter Parker's landlord.
Rent. Who wants rent? So, but so overall, man, like the Clue thing, that's a big. Obviously, it was a huge influence on this movie, and Rian Johnson couldn't help dipping into like the one. Oh God, Nick, what was it was whose son was it? Was it Michael Shannon's son that kept calling the Nazi?
Yes.
Yeah, he was
because you had Michael Shannon's son, who was basically like the alt-right kid, but he was really young. He's like, I don't know, 12 or something.
Yeah.
And then the older daughter, who was going to go to college, and she was very leftist. And I'm just like, that's funny. I get that.
Yeah.
But it was just kind of like, it's okay. You don't really need that, but I get where you're going.
Yep.
Yeah, it was weird, but it was fine.
Yep, and like I said, and they kind of skewered both, which I was surprised. I really was. I expected it to go the other way. You know what I mean? It was like, it's Rian Johnson.
True. But I think also because I think he had to go the way with Disney, because it's Disney and Kathleen Kennedy, and he was forced to.
Yep.
In this one, he was able to do his own thing and make fun of everybody, and just you have a good time.
Yep.
Which, I mean, the movie's okay. It's fine. I mean, I've heard that he's going to get a part 2, and he's going to follow Daniel Craig's character to another mystery, and I'm just like, that's fine. That's okay. I don't mind seeing that.
I'll honestly, since I've watched the first one, I will probably I won't go see it in a theater or anything, but it'll be one that I'll probably watch. I'll rent it. But yeah, like I said, it was overall it was not a terrible movie. I did laugh, and like I said, Craig's accent just killed me though. I'm just like, man, that is just not good. I'm like, and I couldn't. That's one thing. It just hit me. But the girl. What's her name? Anna de Aramis. I can't remember the actress's name. It's something like that.
Ben Affleck's girlfriend.
Is he dating? Was he dating her? Really?
Yes.
Good for you, Ben. Wow.
Oh, the Spanish maid chick?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh, damn. Good for you.
Yeah, man.
He was kind of pulling the Schwarzenegger a little bit, but whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He didn't learn his lesson with J-Lo, huh?
No.
Guess not.
Do you want my taco flavored kisses? Oh. Flavored kisses. From here on, anytime Jennifer Lopez is brought up, I have to do that.
I did watch her movie. What the hell was it? Hustlers or whatever?
Hustlers.
Yeah. I mean, and it gave me what I wanted. It was basically J-Lo dancing, pole dancing, and in really tight outfits for 90 minutes. And I was like, I'm okay with this.
Yeah,
I'm fine with this.
Especially, she's like in amazing shape too. For she's like what, almost 50.
Yeah,
she looks incredible. She's one of those ones like, what's her name? Elizabeth Hurley. Kind of just doesn't age.
I don't know if I'd watch that movie, but I'd watch a movie of hers if it came with a hustler.
Well, I mean, if it's free, if it's free somewhere, just kind of like fast forward through it. You don't really need to watch it. So
Gotcha.
You just get to the good scenes.
oh yeah,
Yeah, but I heard it had Lizzo and the loudmouth in it, the Dominican loudmouth. I can't think of her name right
oh
now.
god,
Yeah,
Was Lizzo in it?
The one.
Yeah.
she's in it. She's in it like when Usher comes to the club or whatever. I think for a minute you see her there as well. But I don't know if she's dancing or not. But the other chick you're talking about, I forget her name, man. I should know her name. Oh god,
Cardi B.
Thank you, Cardi B. God,
Oh.
she's fucking
Oh, no.
annoying.
Oh,
Her
God.
voice is just kind of like nails on a chalkboard. Like,
Cardi
Yeah.
B, or as she is known now, not pregnant Nicki Minaj.
Oh. Ugh.
yeah, dude. Oh god, Cardi B just like, I'm glad they auto-tune her voice for singing because that's fine. I can take that. But when she actually talks, I'm just like, oh, just shut the fuck up, man. Oh. I never wanted somebody to drink a cement smoothie so much in my life.
Cement smoothie.
Yeah, just don't talk. Just I don't know. Just don't talk. Just don't talk.
Yeah.
Oh god.
Yeah, her. Oh god, I have like that clip of her doing the Star Wars noises is on YouTube. Is fucking brilliant. It is brilliant. You guys have heard that. I know I posted that multiple times. That shit's funny. I was listening to the wife's like, what the hell is this? I showed it to her. She goes, oh my god, stop. So then the kid started watching it on his fucking tablet on YouTube. I'm like, oh no.
To ensure that they've seen it, though, you should probably post it like twice a week and tag them in it.
I can do that.
A bit of an inside joke, but
Yep.
just bear with us.
Put it on the board, boys. Put it on the board. Put another one on the big board. So the guest director game is next. And speaking of Knives Out, so what would Knives Out look like if Quentin Tarantino had done it?
Bloody. More use of the N-word. More bloody.
There would have been
More
at least
use of the
2
N-word.
N-words in there.
Yep.
Okay. There would have been 2 N-words every 15 minutes. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
And he would have had to shoehorn himself in there some way.
And there would have been a lot of feet.
So many feet, so many bare feet in that house. It'd be weird.
I know.
Old, male, female, young, whatever. He likes them all.
It would have been Toni Collette, I guarantee, because she was like the hippie one.
Yeah.
She would have been like the Margot Robbie, subplant. So it would have been Toni Collette's feet like everywhere. And
there also would have needed to be at least one of those actors would have to die a couple years later in some very unceremonious way, or have something terrible happen to their career.
Yep. And you gotta have one.
Looking at you, John Travolta. Looking at you, David Carradine.
Oh God.
And you gotta have one cameo by Samuel L. Jackson yelling out "motherfucker," just one time.
Let's see.
Well, here's what you do: you replace Daniel Craig with Samuel L. Jackson.
Yes,
done already. You do that because then he can say the N-word and say motherfucker every 15 seconds, and we're happy. Everybody else you can kind of keep the same because that'd be hilarious to see. Because it's basically almost the Avengers cast, but they can, with Tarantino directing them, be hilarious. Toni Collette would just be the ultra hippie, like colorful dress, bare feet, maybe almost wearing nothing, whatever. The daughter would be I don't know, she'd be crazy liberal or something. Then you have the conservative son. The old man would just be a hateful old white dude, like a very hateful old white dude.
Yeah. Oh yeah. He would have been like basically a character out of Django, like in this movie.
Yeah, basically.
Well, Don Johnson was in that.
That's true. He was.
I was gonna say, speaking of people leaving before their time, what's up, Flipp?
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, guys. I've got to get to bed, and so I can go get up in the morning and kiss the ass of the slave grinder, and make some salad for this family. But I've had a blast hanging with you guys. It's always a pleasure.
All right, brother.
Yep.
Thank you.
All right,
Thank you for joining us, and be sure to go over. Link is in the description to the Flipped Out channel as well as the Fandom Collective. Go on over and check them out. There's videos. You got the Nerd Blast live streams and stuff over there going on. So go over check out Fandom Collective. Subscribe to that and Flipped Out. Thank you for joining us again, Flipp. I do appreciate it, brother.
Absolutely. It was great to hang with you guys. See you later.
See you,
Yeah,
bro.
man. Yeah, but I don't know. You'd have probably Jamie Lee Curtis be the way she was. Seemed accurate. I don't know. There wouldn't be much of a change, but there would be a lot more swearing, a lot more blood.
Mhm.
I think what would happen is you'd have a lot more. You'd have a higher body count for sure than just like the one old guy.
Yeah.
My one caveat is that she would be forced to have, whether she's carrying or it's just over her shoulder, a cup of Oikos Greek yogurt. just as a slap to the Activia.
Yeah. Also, you'd have to have like what is it, Apple cigarettes or whatever in there somewhere.
Yep.
That's Santino's like brand all the time. So yeah.
Yep.
I don't know. I think it would have been a little bit more violent, a little bit more fun, a little more fast paced.
Yeah.
I would have accepted it. It would have been fun. You know.
I would have given the role of the lead, not the detective, not the state trooper, not the white guy, but the black guy. I would have made that Samuel L. Jackson.
Okay, so Daniel Craig and Samuel L. Jackson. That's a
Yeah.
Ooh.
I would have made that. If I'm Tarantino, I'm making the head detective that works with Craig. I'm making him Samuel L. Jackson. I'm giving him a little bit more shine in the movie because it's Samuel Jackson. Not too much more because it's Samuel Jackson, and he can take a little bit and he can make it a whole lot because he chooses scenery. That man is like, he's a presence. So. And it would still maintain the balance of the film, I think. But yeah, especially in that setting with a more violent him and Craig, I think that would have been really good if you're doing a Tarantino version.
Oh man, they could have butt heads and agreed and done the whole two detective thing. Oh, it would have been great, man.
Yeah.
Yep.
You could have had Jackson be this grizzled old detective, because the guy that had played him, he was very young, very fresh faced kind of, whereas Jackson would have been, he's like 70 years old, but so he could have played that, that old, like I said, the old grizzled detective, almost like Danny Glover's kind of role in Lethal Weapon. I'm too old for this shit, Riggs. Samuel Jackson doing that kind of character, like you said, button head with Craig. That would have been great.
Yep.
Oh yeah, I would have probably given Tarantino either the lawyer or the groundskeeper character. Like that would have been Tarantino's character. Maybe the groundskeeper because you only see him once. Just kind of keep it low key.
Yep.
Because you don't want too much Tarantino because then it ruins the whole fucking thing.
Yeah.
You don't want him playing the yellow guy.
Yeah.
Well, because there was too much of him in Django with that horrible Australian accent. I was just like, no.
Yeah.
No.
Yep.
I think, and as bad as this would sound out of context, I think my favorite part of Django was the KKK scene.
No, dude, that is hilarious.
Yeah,
that is beyond hilarious.
I was dying. Don't ask me or mine for nothing. I can't see shit.
Funny.
Who made these?
That was my wife. Spent plenty of time on these.
Dude, that scene was beyond hilarious. I'm just like, it was a wonderful break. Like the break it had for comedy. I was like, this is perfect. It was so appropriate. Oh man, It was so much fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, that see, and that's the Tarantino, man. He is that ultra violent, but he still can get that humor in there, and it's that just offbeat sense of humor. And oh wait, well, wasn't Quentin's name on the list too?
Yes.
Yeah, so his humor comes from a very dark place, obviously. James Gunn.
Oh my god! Wait, hold on. Can I ask how many trips?
I don't know.
I don't know how many. The only person I really heard how many trips was the Mr. Saxophone himself. I didn't inhale. Was 23. I think he's the clubhouse leader.
Oh my
now,
god!
Not to defend Hollywood elite because they can defend themselves. Just devil's advocate. There is a chance, in those circles, I'm sure the first people to go there knew what the fuck they were doing, and it was probably a passing oh yeah, you need to go to this place. It's great. There's no paparazzi. Blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
So there's the chance that they went the one time and they were like, yeah, this isn't for me. But they also didn't say anything, which makes them guilty by association.
Yeah, that's
100%,
it. That's it. And I can definitely see that side too. You said, some I laughed. I saw the on that Filthy Rich because I watched that the other night. Chris Tucker. It was Chris Tucker, Spacey, and Epstein. I can't remember who the third one was. I think Clinton was with him that time too. But it was like, all three of them together. I was like, Chris Tucker, really?
Yeah, I forgot he's on that list. I was shocked to see him.
Oh no, Smokey, no. Smokey, no.
Well, in that aspect and giving to conspiracy theories, he probably tried to talk, and that's why his career went to shit all of a sudden.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, because he did too. He fell off quick.
Yeah. So maybe he tried to talk and like, oh, we're gonna, we're gonna make sure you get taken out.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah.
We're not gonna kill you, but you gonna get taken out.
See, that's where the options end. CCC clue.
Yep.
Yep.
He tried to talk about Epstein's Island in the green room.
Yep.
He tried to talk about Epstein Island in the green room with the Fed.
There's another person on there that I'm shocked to see. I'm like, no, because I actually met this person in real life, and the other one was Pharrell. I'm like, damn.
Yep.
Who was it?
Pharrell.
Makes you wonder about what the song Happy's really about.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
Oh.
Yep.
Oh, God.
Oh, man. Oh, come get it, bae. Oh.
Yep.
Oh.
That whole album. And I met him during the height of that album, the height of him wearing those dumbass hats and everything.
Oh,
yeah,
God.
yeah, those like old Quaker hats.
That's when I met him.
Those 20-gallon hats that he couldn't fit into.
Yeah.
They look like the Rhode Island State Trooper hats.
Yep. That's when I met him in Vegas. So, yeah, I was kind of shocked to see him on that list. I was kind of bummed out.
Yeah, what a song was on? He had Get Lucky was on there too, wasn't it? That was on that album too, wasn't it?
That was on Daft Punk.
Is that Daft Punk?
Daft Punk song.
That's
Yeah.
Daft
Okay.
Punk.
All right. That's right. He just did the hook. He just did the hook in it.
Yeah.
All right. But yeah, that man, there was a lot of shit on there. Like I said, I keep going back to this, but damn celebrities, man, they keep making it easy to, I mean, it's just. But yeah, so that's like I said, damn you, Quentin. But yeah, I think Knives Out would have been it would have been crazy. It would have been crazy bloody with Quentin Tarantino at the helm. I'm trying to think who could have played the old lady, Nick. She played Christopher Plummer's mom, Nana. That was standing by the window.
Yeah.
Ransom, you're back again.
Betty White. Get Betty White.
Betty White.
Yeah.
You know for damn well if Quentin's like, yo, Betty, I got a small role for you, she'd be like, all right, let's do this.
Yeah,
I might die next year. We're gonna do this.
Yep. In a Tarantino movie, I want Betty White to deliver one motherfucker. I just want her to point and be like, it was that motherfucker right there. That could be her only line in the whole movie.
And it would be the greatest thing ever. Like you would never be shown in the trailer, but as soon as you saw it at the end of the movie, you're just like, everybody needs to go see this movie.
Yep.
It's gonna be great.
Betty White delivers a tour de force. She wins an Oscar. Like best supporting actress. They're like,
for that one line.
Like, fuck it. You know what, dude? It's Betty White. Let's just fucking give it to her. Like, she could just act in a commercial now, and they should give her an Oscar. That woman's a national treasure.
Her and Dick Van Dyke both are just living forever. So it's kind of.
I forgot he was still alive. Honestly.
Yeah, they're both up there. They're both like reaching triple digits here soon, and I'm just like, how'd y'all do this?
Well, that's
I don't know. He's very nimble for an old guy. Tell someone in the commercial, like, huh? How is he still doing this at this age?
Yeah,
I had to look up the age right quick. I said, I'm sure. First, I thought he already passed away, and now I saw him in the commercial like 2 years ago. I'm like, wait a minute, he's still alive and still nimble and still can walk. What the hell?
Yeah.
So,
well, it's like George Burns. I mean, he lived forever. That man was what he was like. I think he crossed 100, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, Dick Van Dyke is 94. He was born in 1925.
Sheesh. Gee whiz.
That is like that. I mean, damn. Good for him, man. Big ups to Dick Van Dyke. You're doing the thing. Speaking of doing the thing, I think it's time we do the thing and we get down to business. It is now time for the semifinal matchup. The master of your domain tournament rolls along, ladies and gentlemen. It is back. Salvador, Emperor Steve. Here we go, ladies and gents. They're playing for the big cup of soup here. Stupid light. Playing for the big cup of soup. All right. So let me get my official score pad out here. Just the sticky notes that are sitting here by the desk. Don't adjust your TVs. I am Egyptian. in case my buddy drops by tonight. I haven't seen it. It's weird. I was like, a Monday night never goes by without at least one question about my ethnicity, which I find pretty clearly to fucking see that I am Egyptian. So stop asking.
Well, I don't know. I don't know what happened to him. Maybe he got mad at us for calling him out or something. Who knows?
I was like,
I think the memes I made of you, Pete, were pretty good. Way back when you sent me one picture, I was like, what did I call it? Disappointed canter or something like that.
All right. Let's go. Before I start playing the national anthem of Egypt, Walk Like an Egyptian by the Bengals.
I think that's true.
Okay. The aliens are going to abduct me and take me to the pyramids and drop me off the top now, sons of bitches. All right. So, aliens. Question number 1. What does Jerry want Elaine to go into? Why does Jerry want Elaine to go into the sauna with Sidra?
So you can see how big her assets were? Or tits? Are real?
Yes, he wanted to see if they were real. There you go. I was waiting. I knew you were going towards it. All right.
I was trying to be
now I got my phone and Google ready. What next question?
Oh, you can't do that.
All right, let's go here. Let's see. Why won't Jerry eat the special meal that Poppy prepared for him and Audrey?
He didn't wash his hands.
Yes, sir. Well, sorry. Poppy's gotten a little sloppy. Tonight I have prepared a special meal for you. He walks out of the fucking stall in the bathroom, fixes his hair in the mirror, and then walks right out the fucking door. And I will fix your meal. This ducker, you never gonna believe how succulent this ducker is, Jerry.
I just like that Jerry's face when he looked at him not washing his hands.
Yep, he did that. He was like, all right. Kramer tells everybody something interesting about a clothing store mannequin. What is it?
He uses the N-word.
Yes.
I'm gonna let Sal go.
What was the question? I'm sorry.
Kramer tells everybody something interesting about a clothing store mannequin. What is it?
He thinks it's real. Or that it moves or something? No?
Nope.
It looks like Elaine.
That's it. And it's funny, a quick side note, the mannequin looks like Elaine by design because a mannequin designer in the factory had a run-in with Elaine. Remember the TV Guide episode? Yeah, yep. He made Elaine a bouquet of flowers out of a TV Guide that had Al Roker on the cover, and then Elaine actually runs into Al Roker, who does a guest cameo on the end of the episode.
Yep, I remember that episode.
It was Big Al Roker, not Little Al Roker. I always go back to Cedric the Entertainer in the Kings of Comedy. We was talking about Luther Vandross. He's like, Big Luther, not Little Luther. You know, big curl ain't quite right, Luther. All right, let's see. Here we go. Steve's got 3 right now. Sal's 3 behind, but we're still early in the matchup. Here we go. Kramer's going on a media book tour. Who does he visit on his first stop?
Newman.
Newman.
Stephen King.
Nope. But a good guess. That would be interesting.
Regis and Kelly, Regis and whatever that show is called.
Regis and Kathy Lee, yes.
Yeah, Kathy Lee.
Yep, Kathy Lee was the one that was. She had the chair before Kelly, and then Regis got senile and he was out, and now is it Michael Strahan and I don't even, is Kelly? Strahan was hosting there for a minute.
Yeah, he was.
I think it's Kelly and Michael Strahan. Yeah.
Yeah, as I say, I think it's Kelly and Michael Strahan still. All right, let's see here. Oh, here we go. Frank Costanza accuses Kramer of stealing this when he sees Kramer wearing this.
His jacket.
He takes his breath away.
What'd you say, Sal?
His jacket.
No, but close.
What was the question again?
Frank Costanza accuses Kramer of stealing when he sees Kramer wearing this.
A jacket.
Nope, not the jacket.
His hat,
Nope.
his belt, his shirt, his shoes, his socks, his underwear.
You said shirt?
Yeah, I was just gonna list off every piece of clothing I could.
Shirt is the correct answer.
Okay.
Damn it!
I got one. I'm on the board.
Both of you said jacket. It was from the episode The Raincoats, but
Okay.
it was because Jerry's dad had the beltless trench coat, the executive, and Frank. They got that box of George took that box of Frank's shirts out of the attic, which was his vacation wear, and then him and Estelle decided to go on vacation, and he got mad because George took them all, and he smacked him in the forehead. Which reminds me of what my dad used to do to me. Let's see here. Oh, with its fake wood wallpaper, Kramer says his apartment is now like this.
I know. It was an old TV show, but I can't think of the name. I want to say it was that.
Bonanza.
No. It was a talk show.
MASH.
It wasn't the name of a TV show. It's a particular building.
Carnegie Hall.
CBS Studios, New York. NBC, New York.
I'm gonna cut the. It was a ski lodge.
That was gonna be my.
Oh yes.
That was gonna be my 58th guess.
Yes, that was very low down the list, I'm sure.
He had the hot tub.
Yep.
He also has that red marquee sign that flares in his window.
The Kenny Rogers Roasters.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's like living on the red planet over there. That's the episode where him and Jerry switch places. Jerry's like, I'm on no sleep. Mr. Marbles is running around over there.
It's frying my brain.
Let's see. All right, here we go. This is a good one. In the Hamptons, why won't Kramer let Rachel have some lobster?
Oh, damn it.
Because he wants all the butter.
No, he wasn't doing the butter shave in that episode.
Oh.
She's allergic?
Nope.
No. Kramer ain't that caring.
Is it because it's not comes out of a can, but it's like crab meat, or it's not real lobster or something like that?
No, it's real lobster.
Hmm.
Because he pulled him out of a net. He stole him out of the fisherman's net.
He wanted to keep it.
Nope.
I'm getting confused with The Simpsons. When Homer tried to keep that lobster. Shit.
It's okay. I'll give you a clue. He didn't want her to have it because she can't, but not because she's allergic to it.
Because she was vegetarian?
No. Think of another reason why you couldn't eat something. Not because
it wasn't kosher.
Yep. It was not kosher. It was not kosher. But then the next morning, to get back at her for discussing the size of his, because there was shrinkage, he was in the pool.
I was in the pool!
George puts lobster in the eggs, which actually sounds fucking delicious. He makes scrambled.
Good.
It does, dude. Fresh lobster and scrambled eggs with that butter sauce on them, a little bit of cheese. But yeah, so he puts them in the eggs and she eats them. I was like, that's something George would do. That's a dick move. That's why I love George Costanza.
That sounds like a breakfast menu item for Red Lobster.
Oh God.
Yes, yeah, it does.
That's $1 million idea.
Breakfast, God.
Oh. Yeah.
People would have the fish farts in church.
Yep.
Oh. Can you imagine that? A bunch of old people with fish farts in church?
Oh.
Yeah.
But a little church house squeaker.
Old Aunt Bessie kneeling down on the old fucking pew there. That's a squeak rod on that. You know them old wood pews that don't have the fucking
pads,
fucking pads on them. Either. All them old people playing the butt trumpet on them things.
And your mask wouldn't save you from that smell.
Oh, Harold, there's coronavirus floating around here in church.
Yeah.
Oh, let's see.
Acoustics are great in there too.
Jerry is distressed to hear that not only did Margaret go out with this guy, but worse, he broke up with her.
Newman.
Yep.
Better.
It was Newman. Right now,
It
ladies
was
and-
Newman. I
right
don't know why
now-
I thought Newman.
Right now, ladies and gents, the score is Steve 4, Sal 3. All right.
That's the
In-
only reason why I want to get that Nedry action figure in the Dilophosaurus so I can make a Newman gif. I just want the figure, like, I still want someone to make the scene where he's in the Jeep in Jurassic Park, and then when it flips over, the Dilophosaurus is out there with the thing flapping it, and they just have Jerry Seinfeld face on it going, Newman! Because I made that image once and posted it in the WCBS group like 2 years ago, but no one ever made a gif out of it.
Oh, dude, that's
I'm sure
great.
Pete will.
Nah, challenge accepted. Let's see. Kramer's helping Newman beat a speeding ticket. Part of the story involves Kramer being depressed because he never became this.
A banker.
That is the correct answer. And with that, Steve, sir, you take the match. A very nice comeback by Sal, but we have a 5-3 final. Steve moves on. Congratulations. You get, sir, the little cup of soup. You get soup for you. Soup for you. There. Turn live.
No soup for you, Sal.
Soup for
Sorry.
you.
Yeah. This whole time I've been waiting for like the one question that I know off the top of my head, and it was like, I kept waiting for, Kramer tries to sell a cologne. What scent is the cologne? And I'm like, the beach!
The beach.
Uh,
It was the beach.
I just remember because they're so unenthused by the cologne, but they think he'd be a great model. Look at his blatant disregard for any kind of humility, and he's like dancing around in his tidy whities and shoes.
yeah. Remember that episode.
I love that so much. That in the episode where they have the painting of him. I did that video on Kramer a couple months ago. It's like, he's a loathsome beast, but I can't look away from him. Fucking Kramer.
Oh,
my
that
God.
Orthodox Christian one, church one was the funniest one.
Oh, the Latvian Orthodox where George
Yeah.
converts.
Yeah, that
Oh,
one was just
God.
so funny. Why do you want to join the church? The hats.
The hats. It gives off a very pious look. Did you just call me father? I'm sorry, father. Did you just call me father? The fucking sister Roberta keeps giving Kramer the toys. She gives him a slinky.
Yep.
It's the Kavorka. It's the Kavorka.
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 I had a slinky once. I straightened it.
Oh, I haven't got. I don't have any. I really have any stairs in my house. I was like, I want to get one of those for Trey, but I don't have any stairs in this house. The other house had them, but he was too young to fucking play on the stairs there.
Huh.
That yeah, he's yeah, goddamn. I need to do another Seinfeld video. It's been a couple months. I still have to do a Jerry and Elaine one. I did Kramer and George because George is just awesome.
You got to do a Newman one too.
Oh, dude, that's the thing is like I have so many of those that like the little side projects, the little side quests that are like in the works. But yeah, tomorrow is going to be like probably like a 15-16 hour day in the office for me. I've got a ton of stuff to do tomorrow, and yeah, as soon as we're done here, I have to watch a movie and write a review for this. I have 2 movies to watch tonight and 2 reviews to write tonight after we're done. So I have a busy night and a busy week of content. I'll be on vacation from Thursday through Sunday, but we'll be back Monday for episode 111. I have some family things and a little vacation this weekend, so I will be MIA, but you will still get content released from me. That is what I'm doing tomorrow. I'm making you content before I go on vacation, ladies and gents, because I care. And I would like to thank my panel for being here this evening. Flipped out, had to dip early, but I'd like to thank him. And like I said, the link to his channel is in the description. Sal, what do you got coming up, man? You said you've got a busy week of content as well, don't you?
Every day this week at 1 o'clock, there will be a Ghostbusters action figure video. Today was Winston, and I saved my favorite Ghostbuster for last, so you'll have to use process of elimination or just watch them, or wait till the last one comes out, if you don't feel like doing all that. Beyond that, I have a new figure showing up on Wednesday, according to Tracking, but he also came out and hit stores like a month ago, but so I'll be late to the party on that. A few customizing videos. I know I'd mentioned my bootleg video. That is filmed and uploaded, but I'm saving it until I don't have any other content to put out, so you'll just have to hold on for that. And that's really about it. There's been a lot of G.I. Joe news recently, so I'm probably going to make a video on that. I am very much in the same camp and in league with Analog Toys and Retro Blasting on my feelings about the new G.I. Joe announcements. So they've pretty much covered all the bases on that, but for solidarity's sake, I probably will put a video out on that. And some customs that I'm doing, and that's probably about it. Boardroom this Wednesday on this channel, Peach channel. I think we're still doing that.
Yeah.
So,
We're here. We're here Wednesday night.
So stay tuned for that. Probably, I don't know if we'll have a guest or not yet, but stay tuned if we do.
Yep. We'll. I'll announce that early on in the day Wednesday, because I'll share the stream early on Wednesday, so we can get that all lined up and let you know what's going on Wednesday night. But yeah, you were talking about the G.I. Joe, Sal.
Yes, sir.
I saw a couple of those in the store the other day when I bought Mr. Fantastic, and if they had a Snake Eyes, I was going to purchase him. They did not.
Snake Eyes and Destro are the least offensive. Like Snake Eyes, because he's all black, you really can't tell, and Destro, they didn't put like metal pads all over him. So those two are okay. They're not by any stretch perfect. I think the one I made of Destro is way better. But some of and they just leaked, quote unquote, leaked some new ones, and they're basically steamed dog shit. So
Tell us how you really feel.
yeah. I mean, if you're a big fan of Fortnite and you don't really care about G.I. Joe, you'd probably like the aesthetics. But for the people who've been like basically, pounding the door of Hasbro for the last 2 decades, demanding new G.I. Joe figures, are like, here you go, and they just kind of open up a can of Fancy Feast and said it's a steak. So.
Oh, jeez.
Oof.
Yeah. And then, you know what? I'll save it for another time.
All right.
I was about to go on a rant.
No, that's fine, because I was just gonna say, to the contrary of Snake Eyes, they had Roadblock, who looked nothing like the Roadblock figures of yore. I just didn't think it was a good looking figure.
He's not bad until you get to his knees. And then he's got fucking like metal knee pads and metal shin guards.
Oh,
and then he came with a fucking like Halo laser weapon instead of, a 50 cal.
Yeah, he always had a 50 cal.
So
that was that figure's hallmark.
Yep. Which they just announced another Roadblock instead of Stalker or Doc or Iceberg or, Heavy Duty or any other, black character. They're like, nah, let's do 2 versions of Roadblock.
Yeah.
And he looks like a fucking washed up UFC fighter in the new photo.
Oh, why they do my man dirty like that?
He's basically wearing like a tap out T-shirt.
Oh God.
So,
Jesus. Oh, they had Hardball too.
Yeah.
Forgot about Hardball. He came with I've got 2 of those. I mean, those are the ones you fixed for me, because he came with that badass grenade launcher.
Yes, sir.
I just never liked his outfit. They dressed him like a baseball player outfit, which I get with the name Hardball, but I was like,
yeah,
that
was his gimmick.
Yeah, I was like, still like the Hardball thing. I was like, the fucking grenade launcher was dope. I gave that to one of my Star Wars figures at one point. They had it. I was like, you just look cool holding this. Here, take this G.I. Joe grenade launcher. Before we get off too deep talking about toys, Mr. Nik Uttam, thank you, sir, for joining us. What's on the agenda for you the rest of the week, sir?
Nothing much. Hopefully, our the World Class Bullshitters will be doing our Thursday show at 8:30 Eastern Standard Time as usual, and then Friday we'll be on Adam Wilcox's Raiders of the Lost Flicks channel Friday, watching another crazy 80s movies with lots of boobs, tits, guns, and blood. So looking forward to that.
Yeah.
I know. This is my. I'll be gone again this Friday, so I'll be back over there next Friday night, finally, and be back on the normal schedule over there again. So it's been. I feel bad because I was like back 1 week, and then I was like off for like another 2 weeks, and I was like I feel horrible, but it's like it's like July is always the busiest month of the year for me outside of like the Christmas season.
Yeah.
We do most of our vacations in July and stuff like that, so just the little family stuff comes up. So plus it's it's little man's time, so we gotta do the thing with him. And yeah, that was That's fun. So thank you, man. I appreciate you being on, Nick. As always, brother, it is a pleasure to have you on. And last but certainly not least, Mr. Steve, the franchise. What you got going on?
This week I'm doing something a little bit different. I'm doing something about, I wouldn't say it's a little bit different, but one of the first videos will be about the Death Wish franchise. I don't know if you guys are familiar with it, with Charles Bronson.
Mm-hmm.
I'll be doing something with,
yeah.
I'll be doing something with that, and then I have a little video essay about Charles Bronson, and then I'm supposed to be doing something with Adam from Raiders sometime this week, and then something about John Boyega. I have a video about him coming out and his role as Finn. So,
all right, yeah, I see he's making the headlines again.
Yeah, he is.
The only way he knows how now.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
What is it? What did he do? What did he do this time?
He said, "I'm done with Star Wars," and I said the same thing. I'm done with Star Wars too, John Boyega, all the way.
There's a lot of people that are echoing that sentiment these days. It seems like, because there's really nothing good. That's, I mean, everything that they're announcing is kind of like, you know, the High Republic thing, and you have the Leslie Headland shit. And well, I mean, the only good thing, you know, all these rumors about, you know, Kathleen Kennedy, it's like, well, she's going to be there until next year. She's gonna play out through the end of her contract. They're gonna let her glean through. She might not be in charge behind the scenes right now. You know, they might have kind of, you know, usurped her power. You know, the Bobs. The
Bobs.
The Bobs. I got a meeting. I can't do this, Lumberg. I got a meeting with the Bobs in 5 minutes. See Bob Iger and Chapek sitting there. So, Kathleen, what is it you say that you do here? I just had a brilliant idea for a meme. God damn. But yeah, so that's basically how I see it going right there now. And she's, you know, like, I'm a feminist, just screaming.
What is it you do here? I do the numbers.
I do the numbers. Leslie Headland's like Smokowski. She's more. I don't know. No, she's gonna be like, oh God, what's the guy? The Drew. It's an O face. Oh, that's just gonna be her, because she just seems like a feminist, like, dude, bro. That's how I see her, especially with her haircut.
Yep.
Anyway, that's how it seems. Yeah, Star Wars is kind of a mess.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. But anyway, I'd like to thank everybody in the chat. Keely, Chow, Manliness, and Motivation, Flair X, Raiders of the Lost Flicks. Who else we got here? We got, I'm rolling up here. Josh Maxwell, Admiral Tiberius. Thank you guys. Chris Wicks. I really appreciate you guys coming out and smashing that like button. It's greatly appreciated. As always, Lincoln7 was here. We'll see him head up with Phoenix West next week for the East Regional of the Master of Your Domain tournament, as that rolls along towards the finals. So with that being said, ladies and gents, this concludes our broadcast. I'm Itepokuian from the Place to Be Reviews. I have been here with all of yous, and if I don't see you, have yourselves a great day, and as always, a pleasant tomorrow.